Paul Thomas Anderson returns to the big screen with an adaptation of Thomas Pynchon's Inherent Vice. Starring Joaquin Phoenix as the lead, Inherent Vice follows a sprawling mystery with violence, drugs, and conspiracy all the way through. Inherent Vice feels like a blend between The Rum Diary and Chinatown. We get the sleazy private investigator in 1970, sporting an array of colorful outfits and the most impressive sideburns since the Civil War era. We also get a mystery which is so complex that one viewing might not be enough to tie up all the loose ends. Doc Sportello is approached by his ex-girlfriend, saying that the man she's currently seeing is in danger. The man in question is a real estate mogul with an extravagant wife who's having an affair of her own. Venom Man approaches Sportello with news that his former cellmate skipped out on paying him. Yet another woman needs someone to locate her boyfriend, who she's convinced is not dead, but hiding away. Sportello wanders around as the cases people give to him start to link up with each other, suggesting an especially mad paranoia building behind the free love. Phoenix gives a great performance as Doc, learning things at the exact same time as the audience, working out the problem through a marijuana haze. And as with most of Anderson's movies, we get a wide variety of weird and unique characters. We have a self-loathing right-wing policeman forced to moonlight as an actor outside of his main job. We have an attorney who isn't quite a criminal lawyer, but who still comes in handy. We have the ex-girlfriend who starts the main character on his journey in the first place. And we have a drug-addicted dentist who isn't above sleeping with numerous women while feeding them drugs in his very office. The story doesn't seem to make sense at times, but ultimately Anderson's adaptation of Pynchon's work pays off in giving us a fascinating story. As I said, there's a few things that probably won't make sense even after you finish watching, but for the most part this film works well in what it's trying to do. What works best about this movie is the acting. Paul Thomas Anderson has always been an actor's director, letting them set the scene even when the plot needs it to be taken care of. The supporting cast, by the way, is made up of such names as Reese Witherspoon, Benicio del Toro, Hong Chow, Catherine Waterston, Michael K. Williams, Owen Wilson, and Martin Short. But if I had to pick the best supporting actor of the film, it would have to be Josh Brolin as the hard-as-nails cop who is constantly a thorn in Doc Sportello's side. Nicknamed Bigfoot in the movie, it's really fascinating to see this guy's life and just how many contradictions there are in it. This is a man who despises hippies and their entire way of life, yet he's forced to don a hippie disguise while playing a role in a commercial. He's a ruthless police officer, but he's a pariah in his own police force. And while his interactions with Sportello imply that he would love nothing more than to beat the crap out of him, the two of them ultimately end up helping each other along the way. As you can probably tell, Inherent Vice is definitely a film that requires attention. With a heavy story and a long running time, it's a demanding sit-through. But Anderson allows for lots of comedy to emerge in a story that contains murders and drug addictions and some truly sinister figures. The unique dialogue and ironic situations allow us to enjoy ourselves in between moments of tension. It's a style that Paul Thomas Anderson has always been good at.